Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Sontj here to talk about Boruto, the next generation, the anime this time. And I gotta say, my opinion over this whole Boruto changed. Sorry if I talk weird and my pronunciation's fucked up. Bitten tongue, still healing, what can I do? But before I go into more detail how I feel now about the series, Metro, play my intro! Okay, I gotta admit, I was one of the first people to really just say, like, you know what, I am done with this Boruto shit. They're milking the series. I'm sick of it. They're really just ruining Naruto as the series. It's like they're forgetting the entire message of the original show. But it's funny how much of an art change can change how you feel about the series so far. And this anime and what they've done so far with not just redoing the movies and just the art style and how beautiful the animation looks for the first episode, because it's not gonna be the same every episode. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode. I came into this episode with low expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised, really, because it's way better than I thought it was, and it's really showing the character progression of Boruto, because this is before Boruto the movie, and hopefully, I really want them to animate Naruto the last chapter, but I think they're never going to do so. But I think if they have any time to do so, it'll be somewhere in between this. But let's talk about the first part of the episode, where it's Boruto versus Kawaki. And look, spoilers from the manga, okay? Because look, if you're watching the anime, most likely the anime is going to catch up to the manga really fast. But look, if you want to know, and if you don't want any spoilers from the manga, skip ahead. But from Boruto the movie, they added a new scene where Boruto gets these marks from Momoshiki. This is how he gets these marks, and it's actually more believable that Kawaki can take out Naruto and Sasuke if he's got a power that is equivalent to like Momoshiki's power, because Momoshiki was more powerful than Naruto and Sasuke. Not combined because he got overwhelmed, but these markings are from the god tiers of the Naruto verse. So it makes me more believable that Boruto and Kawaki can be more powerful than Naruto and Sasuke. So for people saying it's like, you know, unbelievable like how I was back in the day, it's more believable now. And since the art style is way more improved, you can see that Boruto has Sasuke's sword and Sasuke's cape. So even though we have, you know, we're getting hints that Naruto died and stuff, Sasuke looked like he got fucked up. Boruto took his cape and sword, and he still got his bandana. So, don't know, man. That shit, like, I don't really want them to die, but hey, at least the art style and things improves. I can at least probably accept it a little bit more. But Kawaki, he has that mark as well, so it's more believable that these guys can be the strongest out there if they have the ability of Momoshiki. So that's just to add that there. And I still feel a type of way of, you know, how they're trying to add more sense of danger, even though Naruto's whole story is about changing the entire game where it can be always peace. But I can get over it if this is actually good quality storytelling. I just gotta get over the fact that this is not Naruto's story anymore. And this episode does a really good job just trying to show us that this is Boruto's story. Even though Naruto's still around somewhere, we're trying to focus on Boruto as a character. And Boruto is pretty much what Naruto would have been if Minato and Kushina was still alive. Because at first, I really didn't like Boruto and Boruto the movie, because he just seemed so arrogant and just not appreciative of his family. But as a son who was born into a family where his dad worked all the time, he was always around his mom, but his dad always worked. He could always be there once in a while, and you start to get tired of your dad never being there. I can understand where Boruto is coming from, because his dad is always working. But yet again, Boruto is going to grow up and learn, because you even see, like, in the first minute, he says he's a ninja, so he's going to learn how to become a ninja later on. And you can, and also Hinata wants Shikamaru's son to take care of him, like pretty much keep a good head on his shoulders, which is a pretty good thing to see throughout this episode. And we get anime only character so far, which is in Denki, and Denki is just pretty much there to show us that Boruto is a really good guy, like just a good main character. It's just that he has beef with his dad. And throughout this episode, Naruto is like not Naruto, fuck. Like, he's really similar to Naruto, just he's literally Naruto born with a family, pretty much. But anyway, Boruto is protecting Denki, and he teaches him, hey, it's really bad advice, by the way, but teach your father a lesson, stuff like that. And Boruto's whole thing is that do things for what you want to do, don't do things just to impress your dad, which is a good lesson. But the whole, you know, disobey your dad and teach him a lesson shit, where I come from, you get an ass whooping. Okay, so, but mind you that. But later on, Denki gets taken over by some spirit, And this is just really random, but it's pretty much a plot point to show us that Boruto can awaken his eye. It's not a Byakugan, it's like an eye that makes his eye black with blue. It's kind of like, you know, when Ichigo goes hollow for a little bit and his eye turns black and it goes yellow. Same thing here. It's pretty crazy because it kind of reminds me of how Kakashi unlocked his Mangekyo when Rin died a long time ago, but it took him years later to finally unlock the ability. So yeah, he's able to use it on accident, and he's able to see chakra of this evil spirit. Don't know if we're gonna get anything addressing that later on, but the Denki gets revenge on the bullies that Boruto saved them from, but he takes it too far. He has a train that's about to crash and stuff, and Boruto saves the day, but Denki also helps. Even the bullies get some character development and help them out as well, so they all become kind of good friends, and the bullies want to help them get away from this, but Boruto and Denki are late to the academy, and Naruto trying to like figure out where his son is, and Boruto crashes the train into Naruto's statue, causing all bunch of trouble. But Boruto, I'm getting Boruto and Naruto confused a lot, forgive me, but Boruto helps Denki. He says that this is not Denki's fault, it's all mine, and Boruto changes Denki as a character, and they go to the academy after finally Boruto gets out of punishment, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. In the preview for episode 2, just showing his abilities and stuff. It was also a funny scene with Konohamaru because Konohamaru is like, what the fuck are you doing? Boruto like tries to unleash a bunch of attacks on him, but Konohamaru is just like, I think he's a Jonin by now, but he blocks all his moves, and he says, what's going on, big brother? But he says, you can't call me big brother right now, you're in trouble, you call me sensei. I really enjoyed this episode. It really brought it back to Naruto Part 1 roots. I just really hope that Boruto is just not reaching for nostalgia and like, you know, just, hey, we're just pretty much doing what Naruto did, but we're putting Boruto in. Like, Boruto's just going to be Naruto, but if he just, this pretty much Boruto is Naruto if he had a family. But I gotta say, the new story and just the Kishimoto art design really helped this show out a lot. Because if you read the manga, you know the hell we went through for like months on months of even getting a new story and just the art style looking like fan service. But yeah, it kind of showed how petty I am sometimes with the just, hey, if you fix the art style, I'll enjoy the story more. But it really is. Hopefully we get to the, you know, the newer stuff pretty quickly. But even still in the manga, we went to newer stuff, and it's just part 1 stuff anyway. So I just say the faster we get to the new stuff where Boruto's finding Kawaki, the better. I want to get introduced to Kawaki as soon as possible so I can figure out what happens to Naruto and Sasuke. But I say I'm going to give this show a chance now because this anime really helped it out for me. The manga still shit to me so far. It's gotten a lot better now, but the anime has really taken a great step forward. Just hopefully it keeps making more steps, developing these characters, because we didn't really get too much of the characters in the movie, but now we're getting a lot more interesting development. And I wonder how long they're going to keep Denki around, because he's so far an anime only character, but he might become a main cast so far. He might be killed off, don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's really cool seeing what they're doing with the story. And I don't know if I'm going to review this every single week though, because it just reminds me a lot of Naruto Part 1. If something interesting comes up, I might review it. But if you guys want me to review it every week, let me know, man. As long as the quality is pretty good, and I will keep doing it, because at least it's Kishimoto's design, and Hinata's breasts are still there. Fuck the manga for taking away her breasts, man. But anyway, I am just rambling. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Does it change your mind about Boruto so far? You think about the markings, because I already kind of spoiled it if you skipped already, but it's from Momoshiki, so it should be a good power boost. And I like what they're doing with the animation. Like, it's pretty much red versus blue. Not Momoshiki. This Kawaki guy and Boruto is fighting on top of Naruto's statue, just representing the ending of the Naruto way. And just how you feel for people that just watch the anime about, like, just the fact that it starts off like at the end of the series, but we're going back to like years later to the beginning of the series. Let me know what you guys think there. Also, thank you guys for 9,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. I should be having a funny video coming out once I get fucking break from school, addressing the 9,000 subscribers thing. So yeah, if you like the video, man, like the video, please share it with your friends. Let me know if you want me to review this every week. Sontj out, peace, love you all.